Welcome, everyone, to our finale episode of San Francisco by Night. Over these past few months, we have been running two games, the Anarchs and the Camarilla. But tonight is the time they come all together. The Anarchs have been caught up in their own, let's say, mess over in Oakland. They have dealt with Second Inquisition, with the fractured Anarch movement, and have been trying to sort of get them together, get them united in order to face the Second Inquisition. In doing so, one of them went into torpor, and they headed off to San Francisco. Meanwhile, our Camarilla group has had some, how shall we say, some adventures of their own. There was a lot of parties, there was a lot of art auctions, a lot of everything. However, also a lot of politics. They faced down their rivals in some roundabout ways. They solved the mystery of how the Tremere Chantry burnt down a few years ago. And now one of them has risen to an important rank within the Camarilla. That is where we pick up. Our Anarchs have brought their torpid friend to an office building within the city of San Francisco, a city that's otherwise off limits to them, where they meet with Marcus's sire. Currently, the Anarchs are standing inside an elevator, and just outside that elevator, a woman with big 80s hair stands just outside, pointing a gun at them. And that is where we pick up.
Man, why don't you go ahead and put down the piece so that we can talk this out, okay?
Firstly, you'll be putting down any weapons that you have.
Trip is holding up his hands, and even though he is holding the stun gun, you cannot see it because he is using conceal. So his hands look empty, and he's trying to placate you.
I don't believe that none of you have any weapons.
I'm a pacifist. I've been incredibly unhelpful, I must admit.
So much so that our friend there got knocked out recently.
What have you done to him?
That wasn't us. We're trying to fix it, and we think you might be the person to help us out with that.
Interesting. Help. Okay, well this is wonderful. So, assumedly, you're Anarchs. You're in my building. The sheriff for the Camarilla is in the next fucking room, and you decided to come here. Have you presented yourself to the prince?
Since when do they get a fucking sheriff? I thought...
We wouldn't be here if we weren't desperate. I'm sure you've heard rumours of what's been happening in Oakland. Hunters are everywhere, and we pretty much need everyone that we can to help us with this, including Marcus here. He's been a great help, and we need him as part of our team.
So you may have brought hunters here as well.
Absolutely not.
We're most definitely not tailed, trust me. If there's one thing I know, it's cars and how to drive them. That's what I did before I got turned. We're fine. We're safe here. We only found you because of a stroke of luck, and we're looking to leave. As soon as you just nick open a little vein, give our friend a sip, and we will be on our way.
Incredible. Do you know how much easier my life would be if he was dead?
No.
But we also know how much more impressive your life would be if you had somebody like him on your side. We've read a little bit of your correspondence.
On my side? Do you understand how long I have been trying to get that to happen?
But it would be impossible if he weren't around for it to begin with. Now, we've seen Noah in action. We know what he can do. We can understand why you decided to turn him.
This is a big conversation. This is not an in and out. Lily, get everyone that is still working out of this office.
Yes, do you want me to get your two friends as well?
Oh, Jesus. There's no way of avoiding it. Yes, please.
Oh.
This is a bad situation all around.
Okay, I'll get them, and then I'll get the rest out, okay?
And I will maneuver us all into my office, which is a little bit more secure. Names.
Luna.
That's
And
baby.
the-
My name's Baby Big Guns.
Jesus fucking Christ.
A dear friend of Noah's.
Wonderful. That's even more disappointing. And I'll move everyone into my office.
Okay, you move over to Clarissa's office. I assume it's a little bit more like richly decorated, like seeing that you're from the 80s, like big oak desk probably,
Yeah.
like big ornate things, like good cushioned seats, like probably like, how about you describe your office? That might be better actually.
It is very like 80s office. Like it's sort of been done up when people have told her it's looking a bit dated, but she doesn't really notice. There's like a little drinks trolley as well in there, but yeah, there's a massive like curve round sofa, a big oak desk with like a big chair that would be a really good one to like turn around and reveal villainously in. Guess she's gonna get you to sit down on the sofa.
Just to give you a heads up, a Trip is not as big as Baby Big Guns, but he's a big, strapping, broad-chested dude, like country cornbread fed. Would look maybe almost like a James Dean stunt double from back in the day. Ruggedly handsome, not like classically handsome though. He's wearing kind of like that shell material that's kind of like waterproof.
Yeah.
He's wearing like a jacket like that, but without the collar, so it's almost like a biker jacket. It's deep blue with a white stripe down the breast of the left side, and he's just wearing jeans and just boots. Definitely does not look like he's from here or should be here. And he will again, and he's holding up his hands, so he just making sure that they're seen the entire time. And he just takes a seat.
The gun is definitely still on, you guys, all of you.
I really wish you'd put that away, because I'm pretty sure you know that that's not going to do what it usually does to other people.
You have come into my house and bought God knows what here, as well as this, and I would gesture at Noah, that I now have to explain to people that I should have explained it to a long time ago. And I will like tell them to wait in there, and I will wait outside my door, the office door.
Somewhere on the other side of the building where you two are enjoying a snack, maybe? I don't quite remember where we left you off. You get suddenly, like, disturbed by Lily, who says, Mr. Cole? Mr. Ramírez, was it?
Yes, hello.
I believe Miss Clarissa might need help. I think she might be in some trouble.
What?
What kind of trouble?
Well, there were people down in the parking garage, and I think they might be like her.
Shit.
From the 80s?
The worst.
Not more of them.
I think they might be like you guys.
No, that's not. That's not good.
Like vampires.
Yeah, I got it.
Lily,
now.
we don't use that word.
I know, but she never explained it, and I don't know.
We never use that word, and neither should you.
Okay, what word should I use?
Just lead on.
That's
Lily.
a conversation
It's not
for
the
another time, please.
Okay. Let me.
I love her so much.
Oh yes.
Take the lead, please.
Yes. And she will lead you up to Clarissa's office, where Clarissa conveniently is standing outside of.
Holding a gun.
Is she still holding the gun? Yes.
Did she leave us in the office unattended?
Like she's
Yes.
outside the door.
I give the stun gun to Luna. I say, hide that in case we need it later.
I put it in like the waistband of my shorts, like under my giant shirt, so like even as it's falling down, you can't see like the outline of it because my shirt is so big.
Why are we calling Marcus Noah? I'm so confused.
Yeah, Luna, you let that slip. Remember, he's Noah here.
To be honest, she terrifies me, and as does capitalism, to be fair, and she seems to be the embodiment of that, and I'm very uncomfortable, I must admit. This is not my element.
All the more
The
reason to
embodiment
get
of
in
capitalism.
and get out if we need to. Luna, are you comfortable with maybe using that information on the mayor as leverage? Because we might need it.
Yeah. If these guys can take him down as well, like that would be brilliant. I've got the CD on me, so I can give it.
All right, fair. Let's see if we can't get out of here without throwing anyone through a window.
Okay.
Clarissa,
We need to have a conversation, and you need to
why are you holding a gun? Who is in there?
What's going on?
anarchs. Now, a while ago, when Winder was still Prince, he wanted to boost numbers. Got permission to sire someone, and I did. He stayed
Interesting.
for a while, and then I woke up one evening and he was gone, with no word. I looked for him, but a couple of months later, Ash came to power. No one knew about him, and so I decided to let it go. And a little while after that, we started communicating in letters. I got a letter from him. Occasionally, we write to each other. He is now in torpor, and these people want me to help him. I don't think that they are here to cause violence. I think they want to get in and out. However, one, this is not an easy situation, and two, I'm not giving them anything without getting something in return.
Okay, this is a lot to take in, yes.
This is a very dangerous situation. First of all, under Camarilla eyes, you are entirely responsible for him.
I am fully aware of that, otherwise I would have suggested going to Karsh.
He is an anarch,
Unfortunately, and for now, yes.
which makes you liable for his actions.
Again,
Which means you will be put on trial for whatever he has done,
That's why we
regardless of
take
whether he's in custody or not.
Karsh. Cole, I understand your new position. We can't take
Yes,
you to
and that-
Karsh.
No, because he will likely kill both of you.
Exactly.
It's not a win, is it? Oh, we just sorted our status out. Oh.
And I really, truly did not think this situation would... I never thought this situation would appear on our doorstep. But it has.
And yet here we are.
It would be easier if he was dead.
It certainly would. If they found you, they're on your doorstep.
We need to find out how they found me. I was sure that he would be careful. I was sure that he wouldn't want anyone to know. But I would rather he wasn't dead.
Conrad, roll me wits plus awareness and add your dots and aspects, please. You guys are just standing outside our
Yeah,
door.
just outside
It's
the-
probably not that hard for Haylan to
No. Even without heightened senses, I think you can probably hear us.
Yeah, I'd say you hear basically every word of what they're saying.
Okay, so after I hand off the stun gun, I hold up a finger to my lip and I point to my ear and I point to the door. And then basically as they're talking, I'll try to convey what's being said about us to Luna.
I don't want him dead. He is still my responsibility, and if it's on me whether he lives or dies, well, I don't want him dead.
The fact that he is unknown might bode well for you. Do you see a possible future in which he can be persuaded to rejoin the Camarilla? You can just say he was under your wing and you're waiting for the right time to introduce him to Kindred Society.
That has always been what I would want. He is stubborn. Which, in fairness, is one of the reasons I chose him. However, it's backfired somewhat.
Well, this is a make or break moment. You wake him up, he joins the Camarilla.
I don't think that he's going
If he wakes up, then he dies. And possibly you as well, if Karsh catches wind of this.
I can make them forget about us and King Marketing, which, they don't lose anything, maybe they'll be willing to let me make them forget. Not Noah. He needs to remember.
Where are these anarchs from?
I don't think I know that. Did you say Oakland? You did, didn't you? Yeah, I'm from Oakland. And I know what you're thinking, Cole. I know there's been a lot going on, but it's not necessarily them.
Are they involved in the terrorist, he'll use quotation marks, attack?
I don't know. He came, quick introduction, and then I called for you guys. I didn't ask. We can go in now.
So for all we know, they may have been followed here, which means King Marketing and possibly yourself and Lily are compromised.
One of them seems pretty convinced that that's not the case. However, I have very little faith in any of them.
Exactly.
We can...
Look, he's your child. I understand. Wake him up, but I'm afraid that is the hard line, and it will be a hard line that is drawn. He joins the Camarilla. You announce him and introduce him as your child.
Without permission from
To
God.
Kosh. We can say it was under Wilder's permission.
It was.
You've been keeping him. Exactly, so we're not lying.
What about this? Won't go for it.
It saves his life. You gotta at least give him a chance.
I've already saved.
Exactly, it's a chance.
If she wakes him up, they're gonna make him go camera kill him. And if we don't decide to play ball and let her mess inside our fucking heads, we're gonna go with him.
I can't imagine Marcus giving in to her in any capacity.
Sorry to be Team Trip here, but that sounds like his fucking problem. We let her wake him up, we leave. He can fend for himself. We've seen him do it before.
I guess. I just feel a bit bad. He's kind of in this position because of my own
He's up in this
issues.
position because of Caesar. Let's make no mistake about that. He orchestrated all of this shit, okay? He's up, he's undead, he's walking. Him and Baby Big Guns can figure it out from there.
I guess. That makes the most sense. 2 out of 3 alive.
And Luna, if we need it, you gotta give up the mayor. And you gotta really sell it hard. You gotta
I
make
can
us
do that.
being here worth it.
I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
And if push comes to shove, we gotta get ready to leave with the quickness.
Okay.
Alright, Baby Big Guns, you might have to punch something here. Follow our lead.
Okay, boss.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I like to think Baby Big Guns is still like a child, like sitting on the sofa, just kind of like just holding it, just gently, like a
Patting his
McDonald's
head.
child kind of pose. Yeah.
100%.
Look, our position is new, and look, Kosh knows we've messed with Anarchs before. We can't commit treason again. We can't be seen anywhere near Anarchs. Just their very presence here is putting us in danger.
I understand that. I truly wish they hadn't come here. Have they not heard of a letter? However, here they are. I did think perhaps we could offload some boons to them. Anarch ones, keep it within them. Get rid of them. We don't have to deal with them anymore. Make the best of a bad situation.
Well, shall we go in and see what we're dealing with? Yes.
Let's. I don't know their relationship. I don't know if they're as close as we are. I don't know how far they are willing to go to help him.
Well, we need to figure this out before you wake up your child,
Go back in.
shall we?
It's time.
Okay, so in through the door. Unless, Anarchs, do you do something in the meantime while they are discussing this, or?
Trip is looking just around the room. Like, is there like a big full length mirror or something like that? Or I don't know.
No.
He,
Mirror in a Slumber's office?
yeah, that or any sort of reflective surface. I'm just wondering if you would like.
There's a
be,
window.
Like,
There's a like the
yeah, about safe.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so he's basically there, like, you know, because he has nervous energy now, so he's like fixing his hair, I guess, a little bit.
You've all turned up looking like you look, and we're literally like ready for a fucking party at Oscar Wilde's.
I know, we're on like tuxes and bow ties.
Assuming like
Fancy tweed.
Noah is
everything.
still
It's the
literally
whole lot
covered
right now.
in like bullet wounds and shit.
Oh, Luna's shirt, while tie-dye, does say "Eat the Rich" on it. To be fair, just to add insult to injury.
Not in
Just
theory.
thought I'd
myself
go with
towards Clarissa.
No, but it's her vibe.
You could have had a nice parking space in our multi-story car park.
Okay, so in through the door comes Clarissa, the woman you have seen earlier, followed by 2 new figures, whose voices Trip has heard through the door. Yeah, what are they wearing? What do they look like? What's describe them?
Full tux, bow tie, like proper black tie attire. Clearly on the way to a party that this has interrupted.
And then a full suit of tweed that looks a
Glorious.
little less threadbare than the one he normally wears. And he still has his disconcerting old man look, and looks like he could be blown away by a a simple breeze, but yes, he walks in as well. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening to you too.
Just want to start off with we don't want any trouble. We want to get out of here as soon as possible.
Well, that's a good start. But it's not me you have to convince of that. Yes.
Turning up here may have caused trouble.
We were willing to risk it to get our friend to wake up. We need him to help us over on our side. As you know, things aren't that good over there.
Yes, tell me about the terrorist attack over in Oakland. From our end, it looks like a Sabbat incursion. It was that messy. It'd be nice to hear some first-hand experience. Primary source, you know.
It's to do with the hunters. The hunters over there, they're targeting all the groups, every nest. We don't know who they're working for or who they're working with, but they have a lot of information and they have powerful bosses. I don't know if that's the case over here, if you guys are also in danger, but...
let me go ahead and stop you there. The fact that it's happening on our side means that it's going to be at your back door sooner rather than later. So if we can get back there and continue to try to nip this in the bud, it would benefit all. And we need one of our heavy hitters for that, including that guy on the floor right there.
And yet this situation has got him to where he is right now. And you want me to help him and then revive him, send him out to the front lines again?
Look, it's in best interest in all of us that we nip this situation in the bud in Oakland. These terrorist attacks in an area like Oakland, in those smaller places, aren't as likely to reveal the Masquerade as, say, this big building being blown up and destroyed by the hunters and everything like that. More mortals are going to be talking about things like that. That's far more noticeable. We nip it in the bud in Oakland, and it doesn't get any worse.
This building has been very subtle until this night, right now. Turning up.
Have you learned nothing about the last decade? The more we fight back, the more martyrs we make. It just brings more and more. The best thing to do is to go to ground. Hide. They eventually get bored. That's what's happened over here. Karsh's rules may be strict, but Second Inquisition attacks are almost null.
When you have the money and the resources to hide yourself effectively,
yes,
that's easy.
Exactly.
Most of us are out on the streets with no money. We have to go out and make a living to be able to have roofs over our heads, to exist. We can't hide as well as
You're
can.
right, this is the right way
We're
of
not
doing things.
privileged.
Exactly. The Camarilla have offered
all
We've offered olive branches before, and yet you still say no. But I guess this isn't about politics, it's more about the man covered in blood on your desk.
I didn't clean him up. How long has he been like this?
Yeah, I dread to think how many security cameras have picked him up.
The security problem is probably not a problem, Cole.
Believe me, it's a problem.
It's been about a night and a half or so.
Okay. Well, this isn't going to happen immediately with me getting nothing in return. I don't want him dead. Put that out there right now. However, this is a big ask. I think we get something in return for this.
Fair. At least let us hear your price.
We have some boons. The Anarchs. We'd like those gone. We don't really want to have to deal with you if we don't have to. You can take those off our hands. Deal with it amongst yourselves.
So you've been dealing with Anarchs before now, so at least we know that this isn't exactly untread territory for you. So
you have access to things we don't
good
have.
To know.
I also wipe your mind, and I point at the three of you, not at Noah, of King Marketing and of us. Do not remember who we are. Noah gets to remember. One day he will come back. He needs to know where I am.
Counterpoint. You leave our minds unfucked with.
You know where I am.
You know where he is.
I don't.
We'll tell you. But you leave us unfucked, and we give you some information that you might not have about some mortals fucking in kindred affair. On your turf, Mr. Sheriff.
I will look at Cole.
Mm-hmm.
We're listening.
We can't just tell you and expect this out of the goodness of your hearts.
So you
No.
expect me to help him, and then what? Then you'll tell us? There's a conversation that needs to happen after that. You tell us first. I have already told you I do not want him dead. I will help him.
We can tell you Why don't we do a little bit, you do a little bit, we do a little bit, you do a little bit. You also want these boons. We don't even know if those are feasible in our situation. I don't know who you have beef with. If you could give us some more information on that, maybe.
Well, I believe you
we'll
have
be
the
a bit
details
more.
on those.
We owe a pretty big favor to Monica Chang of the Digital Draculas over in Silicon Valley. I shan't give you the details of what that exchange was, but we owe her a favor. If Clarissa does this for Noah, you will owe her that favor.
I would assume Trip doesn't know who that is.
Yeah.
Maybe Luna does trafficking and information the way you do, but since Trip is more of a physical goods type of person, I don't know if he would know that name.
Would Luna know whether or not this Monica Chang would be willing to switch her favor from wealthy Camarillos to street urchin anarchs?
That is a thing. They can offer it, but whether or not Monica would consider it that way, that's a different story entirely.
Do I know anything about Monica, though? Have I heard about her?
Do you know anything about Monica? Me think. Actually, roll me. Let's do intelligence streetwise.
3 successes.
Okay, you do know Monica Chang as part of an anarch group that was known as the Red Question way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Although they seem to have died down a little bit, they were quite like a guiding force within the anarch movement as a whole. So not only in this city, but in general, as like a call for like anarchs to rile up against the Camarilla.
Okay. So it'd be weird that she'd be even willing to work with the Camarillas in the first place. She has that kind of backstory to her.
I don't think you've like met her in person, but you probably would like sort of know.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. It's interesting that you came in contact with Monica Chang. I can't imagine she's one who would want to fraternize with you guys.
She used to be a member of the Camarilla, and I've known her for many decades.
Is that news to me that she used to be a Camarilla?
To you, it would be. Now, it might not be as like strange as you think. Like a lot of anarch vampires like have lived like probably a few years under Camarilla rule before saying like, "Fuck all your rules, I'm doing what I want." that tends to be like the origin story of many an anarch vampire. And in the case of Monica, she was part of the Tremere, which like has used to have like a very particular way of making their new children listen through a complicated series of blood bonds to higher up members of the clan. So
fun things, only fun things. Okie doke.
only fun things, yes.
Okay. Well, I would be probably happy to work with her. If you would be willing to, or anything.
All right, so that sounds like something we can do.
Definitely, yeah.
How big is this boon you owe her?
A minor boon.
Okay.
Firstly, before we carry on,
Right.
how did you know how to find me? Has
Yes,
he been
that
talking
is,
about this? Is it well known?
No.
No, we only found out about you in any capacity when he was in torpor. We ransacked his office for any evidence of who his sire could be.
Which was barely anything, a P.O. box.
Yeah.
How did you get here from the PO box?
I'll take the blame for that. Let's just say there's no way a mortal could have figured out this place or you. That's talents that lie in my purview. So
Lily let you up there. She always liked him.
no. No. We only caught her in the parking structure. I get visions. Sometimes they're informative, sometimes they're hard to figure out. This was a stroke of luck that we were able to get this far with this information, but it's not something that we got from Noah.
So you're a
Yeah.
Malkavian then?
It's rude to just go and ask something like that, right? Isn't it?
I thought we were all opening up here.
Yes, it's time for honesty right now.
Yeah, sir. I look at this tiny, frail old dude.
Frail old man. Yeah. He smiles.
So polite.
I don't expect us coming out of here as best friends or anything. It's neither here nor there, but the case is that no mortal means could have found you. I don't know if anyone in this room can do what I do, but that's how it was done. So there's no threat. And before that, I was very versed in cars and how they operate and how they drive and how to do this stealthily. All right? So we were not followed.
You better not have been.
We are the only ones that know we're here now, and I do not mean this as a threat, but that can change if this goes bad, and we do not want it to go bad.
Sounds like a threat.
That's just insurance.
Where is he?
Just making sure.
Address.
I don't know the address offhand, but I can tell you that if you go to a seedy-ass motel...
Like she's, like, says.
I haven't been to his actual place, but I gotta assume it's in the basement part. And I describe the motel that we first stopped the attack at.
Question's going to be, does he describe an office space in any way, shape, or form? Because he has actually made that comment. Some of us have eidetic memory.
I don't. Trip describes basically like a one of the many places that he's had to stay as a Ravnos. Just like almost like a boiler room kind of situation in the basement of this place that we first stopped the attack at.
Clarissa will say, I know he works at a strip club. He told me because, I assume he told me because he knew it would rile me. Where is it?
That is not part of the agreement. You asked where he hangs his hat, not where he works.
As much information as I can get.
I gave you your information. You got as much as we agreed to give. Next step, we'll give you a little seed of the information about the mortal going-ons on your side. And I look to Luna expectantly.
I have information on the mayor of this fine city.
Ramírez's eyes go wide at that for a moment.
Trip clocks that.
And I have physical evidence of the behavior and those he was talking to that would be useful. So if you need to convince others of his part, then so be it.
And what form does this physical evidence take?
DVD.
Ugh.
Who else has that info, or who else knows it?
Pretty much just us.
There is at least one or two others.
Yeah, someone put it on the CD for me.
Mhm.
I don't know how that works.
No,
And
we.
this individual is...
It's who Noah's been hanging out
Hanging
with.
out with.
Luna's looking at Trip like, am I allowed to say his name?
Again, that's not part of the agreement. But it is undoubtedly the mayor doing some fuckery, throwing on words like prince. To those who know what they're listening to, there's no mistake in what he's talking about. And what's happening in the video, I think would be of very keen interest to your prince.
Who is this? And I will gesture at Baby Big Guns. Why has he been so quiet?
He's just.
I didn't know I was allowed to talk. I was told that everyone else would do the talking.
Who is this?
He comes with Noah. He's has a vested interest in his well-being. They're very, very close. We couldn't leave him behind if we wanted to.
I feel like Clarissa will cotton on to what you are insinuating there. And she will look a little bit smug. Look a little bit smug.
In the background, Seb, come on, can I do Sense the Beast and be trying to pick that up?
Yeah, resolve plus animalism.
So one success, and then I will willpower reroll the rest. Let's see how that goes.
Okay, three
Okay,
successes.
well, 3 and
Reese, I think is what you need.
Actually, the rest.
Just baby big
Uh-huh.
guns.
Not the
Hey,
best
buddy.
pool.
Okay, so
So 2 to 4.
yeah, so he doesn't harbor like a supernatural beast. He's not a vampire or a werewolf. On a win, a critical gives information exact type. Like, he's not a vampire, but he does smell of something more. If that makes sense.
Ah, okay. Okay, so I might be able to put 2 and 2 together. Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. Thank you.
Clarissa will look smug.
Where is this physical evidence?
In my pocket.
Cole will put out a hand.
I'll look at
I
Trip.
don't want him dead.
Listen, we're building on that foundation that we have that in common. We're just trying to get to the end of this. Now,
Time to hand over the chips. It's time to work on it now.
I know that
we can work through it.
I know that you Camarilla don't really truck in much technology, but if you have a DVD player, we can show you what's on here.
Lily, I will go and try and call Lily.
Yeah, I'll open like a giant cargo trouser pocket and pull out a CD.
Lily, DVD player.
So as you step out of your office, you see she's like hiding behind one of the cubicles.
What are you doing?
I want to be safe, but I want to be nearby in case you need me.
No one's going to hurt. No one's going to hurt you. Can you get a DVD player, please? Lily, we must have a DVD player.
I think
Surely. It's modern technology. Clarissa thinks it's like the peak of technology.
I mean, I'm pretty sure some of our like older computers still have like disk drives in them that can read DVDs.
Great.
Like,
Don't need to know the details.
I'll go down to IT to see if like we have a laptop or something.
Alright, okay. And I'll go back in. It hurts every time I mean to her.
It must be done.
Worse coming. She's in the bad books right now.
So what do we call you, Sheriff Gatsby? Because you're all decked out like you're going to a big-ass party? Do you got a name? We're at a little bit of a disadvantage
going to
here.
a party. This is a really inconvenient time. Especially as it's a party
Yes.
to celebrate him becoming sheriff.
Oh,
Starting
congratulations.
off well.
Thank
all,
you.
all the more reason for us to get out of here as quick as possible. Seems like we're all on the same page for that, too. But still, disadvantage, Sheriff.
Sheriff is fine. You already know too much.
Fair. How about you, sir?
Ramírez is mine, but yes.
Right. All right. So
We
you
just
get him
wait.
off the ground. We show you the DVD. You have whatever conversation you need to have with him. We leave. That's all this has to be.
And I will look at Cole,
It all stays
see
quiet.
if he is happy for me to wake him up. He's a sheriff now.
There is a look, but it's not happy.
No one's happy about this situation.
We know that your first dealings with this job probably doesn't want to be with anarchs. We don't want to make any sort of waves for you. All right, we just want to go back to the other side of the bay and deal with our shit. We just want our friend to be there with
We'll
us.
see. Then she'll Clarissa will kind of tip her head and think and look at Luna and be like, you didn't call him Noah, you called him something else.
Well,
Marcus.
it's the force of habit. That's what he introduced himself as, and so
Interesting.
it kind of flipped.
Again, he's been very secretive. We didn't learn anything from him. Hell, we only had the letter N until you called him Noah. He's doing right by you on our side of the bay.
If he was doing right by me, he would be on this side of the bay.
That sounds like an issue you gotta bring up with him. I'm just telling you the way it is.
Fine. And I will walk over to him. Now, Joe, I believe you mentioned tattoos last time.
Yeah. You would barely see it. If you're thinking of what I'm thinking of, you would barely see it, but you would also see a little part of a crown with a cross on by his neck as well. So that's probably what you would see more of.
Okay, that's good. Where is the other one?
On one of his arms.
Okay.
On his arm?
It's like by his elbow, so his sleeves are rolled up, but like not quite high enough.
Probably for the best.
Where's everybody standing, by the way, with this? Like, because if you're coming up to Noah, I'm sure that Trip would maybe step away, but like, who would he be stepping towards in that sense? Like, if he steps off and to the left, is like Ramírez there? Is Cole there?
Imagine we're all on like one side of the room with the door, and you're all on the other.
Yeah.
There might be a bit of that.
Like you're not getting out.
Yeah.
Without us moving.
The big ass window. Then, when I step away and I look, what do I see in the reflection with Clarissa?
Oh, nothing.
Trip clocks that.
Hate that I don't know that. Okay. Well, pull my eyes and head over, and I guess I will sit, open a vein, help him out.
Before you do that, how long ago was this? What you're waking up might not be Noah. Remember what happened to Ramírez when he woke up.
It wasn't a good day.
I cock an eyebrow at Ramírez.
Yeah.
He smiles awkwardly.
Are we talking unkind words or violent fury? Because there's a big difference.
Incredible hunger may be a problem.
Look, let's not beat around the bush. We've all been in hunger frenzy before.
Once, yeah.
Do you want that let loose in your office, Clarissa?
Where else is there, Cole?
Baby, you might want to step outside. I'm worried that he'll go for you.
Tell you what, as a kindness, yeah, I'm stepping as close to Clarissa as I've stepped, but it's for me to hold down Marcus.
I'll
I
join.
move further away to like the furthest point from the situation.
Baby Big Guns is not leaving Noah's side. That's his boy.
He's gonna hurt you, baby.
Oh, before I do anything, actually, I will then tell Lily to wait outside.
Lily is currently looking for a laptop somewhere, so...
I'll tell Cole. Make sure Lily doesn't come in.
Alright, Luna, how about you run Lily interference to make sure she's okay? Baby Big Guns, if you're insistent on sticking around, why don't you grab his legs? That's as far from Fangs you can get. I'll take his arms.
I'll take one side.
You sure about that?
Oh, yes.
Luna will then
I-
step outside and guard the door to stop Lily coming in.
I give a glance to Clarissa to make sure that like this old twig of a man is cool still being here. But then when you woke up, what did you do?
I almost killed someone in hunger, and I'm not proud of it. It's not how I feed. It's not what I do.
Cool. Well, you should know that this kid here packs a punch, so I don't want to be ageist or sexist, but if he's got to come at anyone, I think I could take it, at least until he comes to his senses. But
I'll take my chances.
Again, he just looks at this man who has to weigh like a half of how much Trip weighs, and just says, "All right, ma'am, whenever you're ready."
Do the deed.
So you do the deed. You open a vein and force the Vitae out into, I'm guessing, Noah's open mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Noah, in your perspective, you were facing down hunters, members of the Second Inquisition, until bullets riddled your body and everything went black. Now, as you open your eyes, you feel hunger clawing into your stomach. And as you open your eyes, you come eye to eye with a person you have not seen in years. A person you probably hoped to never see again.
She will smile.
He opens his eyes and just looks up and goes, "Shit."
She will say really quietly and with such venom, "Looks like you do need me after all."
He'll bend his head a little bit and see Trip, and then he'll see Baby Big Guns and be like, "What the? How did you get here?" Because he knows this building. He knows where this is.
You didn't make it easy, and honestly, it took a little bit of supernatural doing, but
They
this
brought
was
you
the best
home.
option we could come up with in such short notice. You've been out for a night or so.
Oh, right, okay. So you couldn't just let me die? That would have been so much, made me so much happier. And you brought me to this fucking psychopath.
You brat!
You leave a will and testament with your place of employment next time you want instructions on what happens when you go into torpor next time, okay? Until then, we just need you up and running.
Once
not
again,
resuscitate.
you ungrateful brat. Every time.
Once I see
saved
Marcus
you.
isn't going to frenzy, I let him go and I kind of step back into the side to let this conversation
Yeah,
happen.
and he's quite calm. He turned to Ramírez and be like, "I kindly ask you to let go of me, please."
Oh, of course, sir. Sorry. We just had to make precautions.
Baby Big Guns, you can also let go of my legs now. I'm sure he's tearing up seeing that I'm alive.
Oh.
Oh, and if he's tearing up, you see that it's not.
Oh my
blood.
god, Marcus, I'm so happy to see you.
She kind of reminds me of Eeyore.
Oh.
And when Clarissa sees like how excited and happy Baby Big Guns is, she will look you dead in the eyes and just say, like mother, like son.
At least I treat mine with a little bit of dignity.
Lily is very happy here.
Lily is far from fucking happy, I can tell you.
Is that the exhausted lady that we saw? Because, she looks like she needs like a week off, like a month off.
Try and tell her that.
And he'll sit
She's
up.
grieving a
and-
dog. She's very upset at the moment. Let's not make her life any worse.
Yeah, and he'll sit up and sigh and go, "Clarissa, and who are your two, I'm sure, well-adjusted friends?"
I'm Ramírez, and that's the sheriff.
Luna, it seems like we're okay in here if you want to come back in. Noah's up and talking.
The sheriff.
Sheriff.
I'm not even sure Marcus knows what that means, so
Oh,
he's gonna
Well,
be very
he would've
confused.
if he had listened when Clarissa was explaining how things work.
That's an interesting name, my friend.
Were an embarrassment from the very beginning.
I am happy to hear that I'm embarrassment to you.
Look at Cole and be like, "Do you see what I have to deal with?"
Grip is just shuffling awkwardly next to like Ramírez, like he doesn't know what to do.
Sire relationships, they're always complicated, aren't they?
Not always. I get on with my sire. I am grateful to
You
my
are
sire.
unusual.
Again,
You are
Noah
unusual.
has heard this shit a million times. Like,
Luna's
Getting
quite
on with
like,
the person
"I like
that
my
killed
sire."
you is unusual.
Mine fucked off across the ocean like years ago.
Oh, that's interesting. Mine did too.
this
Oh,
is fucking therapy.
I shut up at that. I just kind of looked down awkwardly.
Ramírez does as well, like awkwardly, like, "Oops, maybe we went too far."
Always joyous, aren't you? It's always such a pleasure seeing you. It's oh god, I can't contain how angry I am that you've brought me here.
Always. I've seen you for so long. So long.
That's how I like it. You're a psychopath. I do not care for you.
Psychopath is a bit strong. You know
It's
what
the
I want?
right word. It's generous for what you are.
And yet she brought you back.
Yes,
you.
because I know exactly why she's brought me back. Because now, in all of her fucking letters and all of her things, she's like, "I brought you back to life. You should do this for me." Fucking.
This is a side of Marcus Trip and Luna have not
Never
seen.
seen.
Yeah.
He went from like cool like strip club owner to brat in like 5 minutes.
Clarissa's like-
man.
Clarissa's like arms folded, rolling her eyes. Like, you're being ridiculous. Grow up. Fall in line. Could have let you fucking die.
I would have preferred it. Now I have to fucking deal with you, and we're in territory of the Camarilla.
The easiest initiation to La Sombra that anyone has ever had. And look at you.
What? You ruined my life. I'm a fucking strip club owner now. What did you expect to happen?
You don't have to be.
I don't want to live anywhere near you.
Like, gestures around at like King Marketing International.
Yeah. And he'll gesture around and be like, "I could have also had this alive."
For a short period of time, yes. I've told you, I've offered other things. I've offered Silicon Valley. I've offered to not be near me. And yet...
Silicon Valley's a joke.
Still, with the Anarch bullshit. Stop being a teenager. Stop rebelling and just get on with your proper life.
You want us to come back? We can step outside. Cause
Did say it's like when you go to your parents' house for like your friend's house and they start arguing with their parents. And you're like,
been looking at the door longingly since she entered.
I think there's a few of us looking at the door longingly.
Sadly, Luna, all that this woman cares about is money and power, unfortunately.
What
She thinks that's the only way to
is
live.
there?
A lot.
Burn.
Hey,
Temple.
I'm again, you know how much money I have, and I'm still living a very peaceful, well, it was
Peaceful?
peaceful until these fucking idiots
I
stumbled
just
across
had
my
to
bar.
revive you from torpor.
Hey.
Hey,
I'm not saying it's your fault, I'm just saying it's kind of,
I mean, you all called us fucking idiots, so that's
Yeah, well-
that's the part I'm really zeroing in on, bud.
Yeah, that's
well,
how it seems.
more pointing at Luna, not... If I'm not saying anything, Luna, but if you fucking helped, I wouldn't be in torpor.
I threw a hammer and stopped that hunter from fully killing
Anyway,
you.
this is
Your
far from the
friends are
conversation.
incredible.
In the background, Cole. Your pager beeps.
Oh, fuck's sake.
What does it say?
209, which is the pager code for On My Way, apparently. I just googled that. I'm very proud
Oh,
of that.
you pager codes, man. That's where it's at.
Who's on this way?
Oh,
Who's on the
I'm not announcing that to anyone. I'm sorry.
So it's just lots of
That's fair
My
enough.
heightened senses doesn't get beep 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 beep. They know what that means, so
Just on vibrate.
then I hear bzz, bzz.
I mean, you do hear something. That's
I mean, I'm
No one-
more
no one's
focused
used a
in on
pager
the
for 20
fighting
years.
Lasombra here, so
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definite. As this like argument is happening, like Clarissa's eyes are getting like darker, and she's just getting like full of rage. It's like try to do a nice thing.
Clarissa, our agreement.
You can't leave. Say to Noah.
now this
I've
you
already
did not
said it once.
you did not say this to us,
This
right?
isn't an agreement with you. This is an agreement with Cole, who is my friend, is also the sheriff.
and now you can also put a name to the
Yeah.
title.
Now we got him.
All right.
I give a sidelong glance to Ramírez.
Can't just let you walk out of here. Not again.
You can. I don't think I would be a good fit here. And knowing that there's a new prince, oh, I could make your life so shit.
You already do.
Oh, so bad. I could get us both killed, and that would end my life, and I'd be so joyous knowing that I've ended yours as well.
We'll look at Cole and like gesture to Noah.
You got a look of like, is this a cleanup situation?
Oh god.
You've seen the babysitter look.
There's no good way of dealing with this. Well, I
Maybe in like a couple hundred more letters, I might consider it. But if you just let us go now, again, you know for a fact I'm not very well versed in the Anarch movement. I couldn't give less shit. I'm just more over there just to piss you off.
Perfect.
Then come back here and help do it that way. It's not going to be that bad here. You don't have to be directly under her once you're introduced.
There are other ways to piss off your sire, believe me.
If we stop encouraging that.
Yeah, but you don't realize how much this pisses her off. Like, I could read
can
you some
see.
letters.
We were
I'm an
quite
owner of a
saving.
strip club. Like, that is...
Stop saying that.
To be fair, it's very successful. It seems to do really well.
And what were you before?
Oh, I was
Successful.
just a
Promising.
very good trader in a hedge fund until my boss got found out for inside trading, and cool, calm Clarissa over there fucking decided to blame it all on me. Got me sent to prison, where again I was like 22. I was not fit for prison.
He was sentenced to 3 years and got 1.
Lucky I found Baby Big Guns. He fucking protected me for the first couple of months.
Yeah.
I mean, you did a lot too, Marcus. You're smart and stuff.
Yes.
See? Smart. Potential. Fortunately, he wastes it.
Oh,
Put
but I
it to
don't.
use.
You see, I do put it to use. I run a successful business. Once again, it's a strip club. I have a shit ton of money. I couldn't even know what to do with it. But I don't care. It's useless to me.
Yeah, you should not be as mean to Marcus as you are. He's actually a really nice guy.
No talking. No.
Baby Brigitte, call me Noah. Otherwise, it will trigger something.
But
Yes, I've
I know,
already
I
heard
know.
the
Marcus,
false
no.
name.
I think the thing we should focus here is that he said maybe in 100 letters or so he'd be willing to consider. So we should just give that a chance to
There have
fly.
already been hundreds of letters.
But now he said it. We'll try to keep him true. Y'all got a party to get to, isn't that right? How about we just scoot?
I
and
also have a lot to deal with in Oakland before
Yeah.
even thinking about coming here. Sorry.
If the sheriff of the Camarilla tells me you are not allowed to leave, what do you expect me to do? Let
And
you
Do
walk
what you
out
always do.
again?
Do what you always do. Go against the rules. Just be a psychopath. Just be who you are. God,
in the background, a female figure is poking her head in the door.
She
Miss
runs up
King,
and hugs him. I'm going to be furious.
Miss King, I have the laptop you were asking for.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Lily. Can you set it up on the desk, please?
I kind of push Noah back, and I step back with him.
Lily,
I
it's
know.
great to see you.
I know. It's been a long time.
She's still working you as hard as she can. I see.
What? No, she's very good to me.
She's-
I couldn't
See?
wish for a better life.
He'll lean into it, whisper, and go, "She's a bitch, right?"
No, she's amazing.
See?
also, we heard about your dogs. Sorry.
What dog?
Yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot again this time.
Ramírez, a hand goes on the shoulder of Lily and pats lightly.
I should probably get like a turtle or something that.
No.
I think that's going to take up
No.
too much time, Lily, really.
Just let it go. Just let it go.
At least you could keep a turtle on your desk.
I mean, cats are pretty self-serving. You can just leave them do their.
Oh, I
thing.
don't like cats.
Okay, so she sets up the laptop on the desk. Do you need my help with this, or can I?
Does
I don't
anyone
know how
here
this-
know how to? Yes.
That would be
I
much
did.
appreciated, Lily.
You know what?
Yes,
How about
thank
you
you.
go ahead and let me do it? Go ahead and take a well-deserved 5. All right. How does nobody here know how to use a fucking DVD player?
I
Oh,
do,
Lily-
but now that stuff has
Yeah.
come out, you know why I can't.
Yeah. All right. Fine. I got this. La Sombra, stay 10 feet back, please. And
I hand over the CD.
Yeah. All right. Enjoy the viewing, and I put it in and I play.
So what you see in the video is 2 men meeting in what looks like a strip club. They talk a little bit about why this place was chosen and how the person who you know to be the mayor of San Francisco is very unhappy with this. And then the mayor hands something off to this other guy who you might recognize as a politician.
Clarissa probably would.
Yeah, you might recognize him as like a how do we describe this? A far right asshole politician, sort of. You know the type.
But Clarissa likes.
Everyone we hate, yes.
Yeah, and you see that the mayor hands something over to him, which looks like a little tube or a little vial of some kind.
Can I pause it there?
Sure.
Okay. So Trip pauses it, and he says, "Now, Miss King, you might not be able to spot this from that far away, but Colin Ramírez, if you want to walk up and see what's in his hand right there, and what he's about to do with it. I feel like that would be the most interesting part of this for you. And
I
then
would take a post-it note and quickly doodle the vial and hand it over to Clarissa.
It just looks like a test tube.
Yeah, with
Clarissa will,
whatever's in
take
it in there.
and look at you like, what is this?
I want you
And
to
just-
feel involved.
Thank you.
And then I hit play again, so you see what he does with it.
Yeah, and he basically drinks it. Like the talk, like over the thing, basically talks about how there's going to be a regime change in San Francisco soon, and that they hope they can keep the stuff coming. Basically, I don't quite remember how I phrased it the first time, but that's the.
May we keep this? My higher-ups would like to see this, I'm sure.
May we keep Noah, because our higher-ups don't exist because we're fucking anarchs, but we would like him to come home with us.
That
I
wasn't
mean-
part of our original agreement.
Once again, I escaped once. I'm just putting it out there. It was significantly easy.
I didn't keep you under lock and key then.
You can try.
It's not mine to give. And I look at Luna.
We, of course, won't divulge where it
Of
came
course.
from.
I never asked this the first time round. I was there when it was happening. Am I in the video?
I'd say the camera is because you were sitting at a bar at that
Yeah,
time, if I
was-
remember
yeah.
correctly. Because I think Trip came sitting next to you at that point. I'll say the camera is angled away from the bar because they were like in a private booth, and it's pretty much like centered on the booth they were in.
You know what? I'm happy for you to have this. I want that son of a bitch, Jeffrey Saunders, the governor guy. I want him fucking taken down. And I don't care whether I do it or you guys do it. I want that guy to feel pain, and I want him.
Well, this certainly proves he is a liability, and as I'm sure you know over the river, Karsh doesn't like liabilities, so...
Clarissa will look at Noah.
Trip is looking at Luna because that is the most bloodthirsty he has ever heard her.
That her jaw is set, and she's only looking at like Cole because he's the one that she is in her mind entrusting with getting rid of this son of a bitch, essentially.
And under her breath, you kind of hear Lily saying, "Oh, I kind of like that guy."
Luna will cock that and will look at Lily with a "you better keep your fucking mouth shut, otherwise I'm gonna throw hands" kind of look.
Clarissa's like, yeah, makes sense.
Seb, at what time is it at this point? Do we have enough time to get home?
Yeah, it was only like 2 hours. It wasn't.
Yeah,
That's what we're doing
because
before
the
the party.
timeline was a bit weird between the two games, I'll say you would have enough time to get home. I think it might be pushing like 3 at this point.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
This has taken a while.
Yeah, this
I
was
was
a
worried about the
tense
giant window.
negotiation. Yeah.
We still haven't gotten to the crux of the matter.
Bargain aside, for now, you mentioned the hunter activity in Oakland is getting a little out of hand. What exactly is going on over there?
They know the nests, and they're exterminating them.
We've run into a couple of them. They are well armed. They're well armored. They range from street punks to well organized SWAT teams. And
They're
since they're
kept
getting
in the dark.
yeah, literally dark web, which is one of the reasons why we probably assume you don't have anything to do with that.
The Camarilla have learnt the lesson of using the SI against our own the hard way. London, Paris, Vienna, it always ends the same. That's why Karsh is so harsh on this side of the river. And as you can see, hiding works.
For now, this just started on our end.
Yeah, hiding worked, just not entirely. They don't have all of the sort of feeding grounds. They have quite a lot though. And as I mentioned in my letter to dear Clarissa, you are also not safe this side of the river. it is only a certain amount of time before they find. Even if they find one of you, that's a start.
Safer for you to be here then.
No. Once again, no.
There's a lot of anarchs like Noah who started off as camerallas. They will have information about nests and places over here. If hunters turn up at their door, they're going to do everything they can to protect their nest, and if that means giving up yours...
That is why you should let me erase King Marketing from your minds. Not you, Noah, although...
That goes a bit... Can't go that far in my memory, sorry. Remember, I have the same sort of shit you do. I can do the same thing.
Rolls her eyes and looks away from him, just so pissed off. So angry.
We are definitely not your risk. You erasing our brains isn't going to make other people forget what they saw when they were once over here. They're the ones that are going to betray you. They're the ones that are going to...
You have no reason to not betray me, not now that I have given you what you want.
I don't...
Have you heard how he speaks to me?
And it has thrown me, I must admit. It's a new side of him I never thought I'd see.
That's comforting.
But I believe you've done something for us. You've not done anything to hurt us. I'm not going to throw you under the bus. That's not what I do. I have other things and other issues that I'd rather be dealing with than you guys, personally.
And truth be told, I've been on the outskirts since day one, and I'm totally fine with going back. Though if you need anything gone from point A to point B, that is my specialty. I'm willing to take a job, but...
Interesting. So you could be persuaded. Be reasonable. We have more resources. We can help you.
Are you Wait, are you trying to recruit me? Sorry, your group doesn't like my club, so don't think that'll be exactly in my future.
Didn't like my club for a while. Nor Ramírez.
True.
I again cock an eye at Ramírez, who has done nothing this entire time. I have no idea what's going on with him. It's just a little old polite man. Yeah, little old polite man. Who, honestly, I think Trip kind of likes him.
Yeah.
And he doesn't
More
like
reasons to come to
Clarissa.
our side.
That's your marketing campaign. We have Ramírez join us.
That's great, because
That's
we'll
too
have
much
Noah
chaos.
join
That's too
us.
much chaos.
Trade.
As far as the pecking order goes, I'm not even on the food chain, okay? I just came here to help out a friend. I got dragged into this SI shit. I think I'm fine, but thank you. What I will do is go back over and never breathe a word or even give this place another thought. Unless you want to deal professionally, alright? I don't know if...
Oh, in your pockets, your pager beeps.
I don't know who this
972.
Gatsby, you gotta take care of that?
Don't worry.
That does not...
Yeah, as I
make me
said,
not
you
worry
saying
at
that
all.
has made me
Clarissa
worry.
Yeah.
looks like curious as to what's going on there.
We are late for a party in my honor. So it's a little suspicious that we haven't turned up yet. That's all.
Then by all
It's
means,
getting
let's
awkward.
go
Yeah.
ahead and let you go. We'll be
We
on
wanna
our
go
way, you'll be
too.
on yours. You guys can go back to fighting each other via snail mail. Everyone wins.
Fine with me.
Isn't up to me.
Yeah, Cole just gives you a look.
This is not my decision, Noah.
I will say that if I die or don't make it back, there are contingency plans that may or may not ruin Clarissa's life.
Fuck's sake.
Just saying. You
Rat!
know how, once again, you know how smart I am. Why would I just
Look at Colin.
let you off the hook if I
Sadly, that
died?
is true.
I can't be your babysitter forever, Clarissa.
And if he doesn't turn up and there are things that are going to happen, Cole, that's worse for us.
Mr. Sheriff Cole, a pleasure.
No.
I couldn't give less of a shit about the Camarilla. So, honestly, I am the least of your worries. You should be more worried about the person you have in the Camarilla than me.
I worry about everyone on this side of the bridge. Don't worry.
Exactly. So, honestly, if I was here, I would probably do more damage than if you just let me go.
That is a compelling argument he makes.
As of right now, this is off the books. He doesn't have to exist to anyone.
I'm sure Mr. Karsh would really appreciate how your first assignment as sheriff was harbinging anarchs and helping your fellow psychopath to bring back an anarch from when I wasn't even in the Camarilla, when he was in charge. Oh, that sounds pretty shit to me. Sounds like a raw deal.
I hate to admit this. He's right. There's no explaining that.
And you know what I told you when he was down.
The arrangement stands, Clarissa.
What do you, Mr. Sheriff? Sorry, I'm not massively sure how it works here. What do you gain by him staying here? You're very adamant on it. I'm not sure what you gain from it.
We of the Camarilla have a certain set of rules that we like to follow, to keep everything orderly and in check. His very existence is breaking one of those rules that puts her at risk, and I care very much about Clarissa.
But didn't you guys mention that you've already dealt with anarchs? That doesn't sound like keeping up with the rules a little bit.
Yeah. Should have let you die.
Yeah, you should have. It would have made your life so much better.
But the only people that know about this scenario is in this room. And we know, because we have two Lasombras in here, that this room can't be bugged or whatever the kids say in this at all. And so no one will know that this even happened. If we just leave, we go home, everyone's happy. You go to your party.
We can also wipe your memory, Cole. I mean, that is the simplest
Please
option.
don't
You would
start threatening.
I'm not threatening. I'm saying this is the best option, that you all forget all about this.
It clears your conscience.
Look, we have worked with anarchs in the past.
You're
Yes,
not even working with us at this point.
I may be the sheriff, but I'm not too much about the politics. I like to keep people safe. That's all.
It's safe for all of us if we leave.
Exactly. What happened in this room stays in this room. I would like a little bit of insurance from you three, though. Just a small vial of your blood.
Absolutely fucking not.
No, I'm not a fan of that.
I don't even know what you could do with that shit, but that cannot be a good thing.
As I said, an insurance policy. If word gets out of what happens in this room, then it'll be used. But up until then, no.
I will say, though, I cannot imagine what Noah has told you about me, if anything. What he have heard him say since you've been in this room. Cole is very fair.
We have
play by the rules.
Our
Yes.
end of the bargain. Noah is up and awake.
Which, as you can clearly see, would have been much easier for me to have not bothered with.
Did we not give them anything in return?
We did.
For waking them up?
We've taken a boon, and we gave them.
We've taken a
this
boon?
thing.
Yeah. We'll tell you about it later. Yeah,
it's fine.
we took on one of their boons. We gave them some information about the mayor apparently trafficking
You
Vate.
owe me a life debt, Noah, twice, and yet.
I mean, technically, you took his life.
Yeah, so he's kind of
I would say it kind of
now.
evens out, right?
Yeah,
Made
I'm
it
pretty
better.
sure
Let's not.
What happens if you make a vampire out of a Wookiee?
Luna looks at him and goes, "I don't know what a Wookiee is."
You've never seen Star Wars? Oh,
Clarissa's seen Star Wars.
we got something to do when we get back. Anyway, as of right now, we're square. Let's just stay square, all right? Hell, we can have dealings in the future that are mutually beneficial. Aside from you two that fucking hate each other, it seems like for the most part we've been civil. Why don't we just keep it that way?
I saved his life. I don't hate him. He's like this.
How about, now hear me out. In 100 years, I'll come and join the Camarilla. Hopefully I'll be dead by then, but in 100 years.
I really hate you.
I mean, no, you sure you want to say that sort of shit in front of the sheriff? Because, I mean, if he's still around, he'll make that happen.
That also passed by quicker than you think.
For us, yes.
Yeah. It's a long time.
I made a mistake. Bothered.
Yep. Your mistake, though. And now, look, you've pulled this poor sheriff into it, and now and this very dashing old man, may I say.
Oh, thank you.
Stop making friends with him.
I still want to know what
Hey.
his deal is, but
Yeah, I like. Yeah.
You know full well I'm a Lasombra. I am full on in charisma, manipulation, everything.
Like mother, like son.
Fine. But if mention of King Marketing or any of us winds up in Oakland, then you'll be signing your own death warrant.
fair, done.
I'll be signing my
Shake on it.
I'll
I
be signing
will
my
say-
own social death warrant if I admit being in any kind of corporation like this.
I will agree, unfortunately, with our Camarilla friends. We will have to wipe your memories. I
What the fuck?
have only known you for 3 days. I have very little. I understand you've brought me here, and that is extremely kind of you. I will always be in debt for you for that, unfortunately. But wiping your memory of this will be the safest way to ensure that our sheriff friend over there doesn't put a target on your backs and my back. As
You stay
I've been
remember it.
yeah, but I've known about it for how many years now? I honestly, if I wanted you dead, I would already have done something. It brings
That's
me joy
comforting.
disappointing you. So it's the only joy I get in life.
And it's safer for you if you do agree to it. On your side, surely. It's not a bad choice.
There's nothing here. Why would you want to remember?
I am happy for them to go remembering. We've dealt with enough
I'm not.
mind fuckery in the last few weeks
True.
to understand where they're coming from.
I'm not. This is my company. I'm not comfortable with them knowing about it.
I'm happy to forget. If you can control it, so I just forget the name of this company. I'm happy with that.
And the location.
I wasn't
can't
really
really-
paying attention to the drive.
Unfortunately,
anyway.
Luna, we can't target like specific memories. It's kind of just like a
Noah will be there watching me do it. Like, I'm not going to mess with anything else. In fact, do you know, I'm more than happy for him to do it. I trust him on some things. Not a lot, but some things. If he says he's going to do it, he'll do it. If you don't want me going near you.
It's important for me to have the memory of who I've given that disc to and who is going to be dealing with Mr. Saunders. That's very important to me that I know
I
who
can
has that control.
loosely tell you that
Can't you just write yourself a note?
after.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
that is fine by me. That's the bit that from this thing that's important to me to remember.
We get
I'm
out of
sure-
here. We have no memory of where we went or who we talked to, but we can leave.
Yes.
How are we going to remember that we have that boon?
I will.
We can add that on that piece of paper with the note of.
I'll remember. I have an eidetic memory. I'm sure I can
Oh.
remember everything.
You'll know it'll have gone down. Noah will be with you. He'll be awake.
Oh, the name of the person we owe the boon to is Michelle Chang.
Monica.
Monica, sorry. Luna would have remembered that. Oh yeah, Monica Chang.
Trust me, it would be in the best interest to forget. I know Mr. Sheriff Cole is being generous and saying you can remember, but for Clarissa's sake, I think we should forget. Also, I care more about Lily than her, and like she's kind of mixed in with all this as well.
Oh.
Stop being nice to him!
Trust me, Mr. Ramírez, if Lily was under my care, she would have such a lovely life.
Lily is fine.
Look,
Luna looks up and down. It's like,
I'm sure we could argue this all night until the sun rises,
I don't
but
think it would take all night to argue that Lily isn't fine.
one, we have a party to get to,
We do.
and two, it is getting late. Please do what you need to do. I am happy for them to retain memories, but if you don't want to, then that is also fine.
All right, Cole, I'll leave it up to you. All right. Apparently, this is something you feel strongly about, and in the past couple days, I feel like you're on the level. So I don't like it, but if that's something you think has to happen, I'll respect it.
Realistically, you need to do this when you have left this building. So I will look at Noah, and I will look you dead in the fucking eyes. Like, I am trusting you to do this.
You can always trust me.
This is not done. We are not done.
Listen, again, I have no interest in ratting any of you out. Whatever. I just want to go back to disappointing Clarissa.
We are not done. We are not done here. The letters don't stop. In fact,
fine.
they're gonna get worse.
Sure. Just treat Lily better. Just give her some fucking days off.
I tried!
And give her some of the letters that I'm giving you, because you clearly do not give them to her. I know for a fact you don't. And I address them to Lily. I address some of them to Lily, and you still don't give them to her.
What does she need to know? Don't understand.
Whilst they're arguing, Luna's
Wait, there are
going to
letters
be
for
going
me?
and saying her goodbye to the others. Like, Luna's going to be saying goodbye to Cole and Ramírez and just trying to, like, get the leaving process quicker. Yeah.
Yeah, I go up to Cole and I shake his hand.
Yeah.
If he lets
yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do the same.
And just say, I'm sorry that we had to meet under these circumstances and that we're on the wrong side of things, but this worked out the way it should have. So
As I said, I'm not too much about the politics. I just want to keep everyone safe.
same. And then I go and shake Ramírez's hand. And
Before you leave,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to use Unerring Pursuit on you.
How do I resist that?
I don't think you can.
Ooh.
So I
Can you do
roll.
Just one of them?
I've just read it and I can do it on all of them.
Nice. Good. Excellent.
So I need to make I'll do Rouse check. Oh, I get hungrier. Of course I do.
Okay, we're going to a party.
It's fine. Yeah. Resolve plus Oscar.
Yeah, exactly. Our parties are actually really nice. You could come to them if you.
You're going to meet Oscar Wilde. I'm so sad.
Yes, I
I know.
Charlie,
Yeah,
Oscar
join
Wilde is
up.
fucking Camarilla. Come on.
Come on.
Can somebody TLDR this for me?
Ooh.
That's a lot of reading.
He can find out where you are.
I mean,
Traffic.
Clarissa knows where I am, so.
No, I don't though, do I? I send it to Yearbox.
Okay, I'll hold 3
No, you send it to
successes.
Baby Big Gun's address.
Great. Perfect.
When Luna goes up to Cole when he does this to her, she'll say to him, I really do not care what you do to Mr. Saunders. I know you have no you don't care about him as an individual, just about the Masquerade and everything, but I want him to hurt just a bit, please.
Depending on what my superiors say, would you like him?
I can't do anything myself. I need others to do it in my stead.
She wasn't fucking with you when she said that she's a pacifist. It's been great. It's been great.
Have you had a lot of fights?
Yeah. I just walk off. I go towards Ramírez to do my goodbye to him. But I do talk.
You don't have to do anything to him. You could just leave him, watch him waste away for 3 weeks. Food for thought, of course.
Luna, you can see lots of conflict because this is everything against her moral code. But she'll nod slowly as she kind of looks to the ground as she's contemplating going against her code for this sicko that she doesn't like.
Oh my god, I get hungrier.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
So this is you tracking me and Luna, right?
Yep, tracking all of you.
Okay. I do see that when you are doing this, we can glimpse the pursuer in our own reflection. So next time you look at something and you're looking at us, we can at least try to see the fucker you did.
You can try and see it, yes.
Yeah.
We'll cross those bridges, yes, one day.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
This
I'm
is
gonna-
gonna be real fun for me to keep track of. Yeah, I already.
Okay, 2 successes, that's fine.
Oof.
Well, you need 3, don't you?
Yep.
You can willpower.
If you use against a vampire, the difficulty of the roll is 3.
Okay.
So apparently you've succeeded on Trip, but you failed on Luna.
I will willpower.
Otherwise,
It
it's
doesn't
beast.
matter. Neither of them matter.
Okay, Luna.
How do we deal this with bestial here?
What is the
What
Tremere's
is your-
compulsion?
Yeah, what is your compulsion? I would
Yeah,
like my little
perfection.
body, please.
Perfectionism.
Yeah, perfectionism.
So I'll give Ramírez hand a hearty shake, and
And surprising to you, Trip, as you do that, you realize that handshake is not that of a weak old man as he does that. It's pretty damn solid when he does that in the moment.
and Ramírez is it's a plain nice meeting you.
And you, it's interesting.
I'm rousing the blood. Success. I am going to sense the beast on this guy. Because I fucking want to know what's going on with him. So, sense the beast is... I need to do resolve plus
Resolve.
animalism.
And Ramírez, you get to roll composure plus subterfuge.
Composure
So
plus
subterfuge and then composure.
Okay. Composure. And roll.
And I got the
Let's see.
willpower, so I'm actually going to spend willpower to try to do that again.
Okay. Oh, it's all equal at this point. I've got to do it, haven't I? Right. Willpower reroll.
Actually, that would, because one of the previous ones was also a crit, so that would become a crit. So that's...
Still 7 successes. It's crazy.
It's still damn good.
I did it! I want to read this old man!
Okay, 7 successes. I think you get something for that. Let's see. Says the beast. On a win, a critical gives the user information on the exact type of creature, as well as their hunger or rage level. Ramírez, how hungry or aggressive are you at this point?
Definitely not aggressive. He's at 1 hunger, so he's doing fine on that front. We could flavor it, Sev, and we'll give him something with it for his critical if that works.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'll say that you kind of pick up with the handshake and things like that the hands are slightly unnaturally too long and pliable in the moment as well. It's strong, but it gives away some hints as to possibly what type of vampire he might be with that if that works for. If that works for Trip in the moment.
I don't think Trip has ever met a Tzimisce, but I think he knows what they are because of who his sire is.
It makes sense. You would have heard rumors. Whether you may not have met one, but yeah, it might give you the hint of hang on, that's unnaturally. Yeah, he's unnaturally doing that.
And you know, like the Tzimisce were like a very core part of the Sabbat, which are, even to vampires, are like the boogeymen out there in the night.
And you did also hear the term outsider earlier as well. So,
yep.
You might be putting all of that together in the moment.
Yeah, he's got an intelligence of 1, but if you put enough clues in front of him, I think he'll figure it out, especially with that roll. Luckily, his composure is amazing, so he won't let this really show, I don't think, but he will just say, if you need any product moved, have Clarissa reach out to Noah. I got no beef with working on the other side of the line.
It might be interesting at some point, but pleasure to meet you anyway.
Same.
Pleasure to meet you. What's going on here?
He's polite to everybody.
Before Noah leaves, Clarissa.
He was gonna say no. Noah was gonna say, "Can you two wait by the elevators? I just need to talk to my lovely sire." And Trip, I would appreciate if you didn't do what you normally do and listen in. That would be lovely.
I will say the same to Cole. This might be a private conversation, if that's okay. No, I'm asking a lot tonight.
Fine.
Of course.
Didn't know you knew I could do that, but all right.
It's very obvious when you go into like a trance-like state and trying to listen into something.
I mean, I'm just trying to get all of the words for "It's the End of the World as We Know It" like in the right order.
Oh no,
I
appreciate
went on there, and so when I
Man.
really concentrate, I just think about that. Right? It's a jam.
I'm
I
mad
appreciate-
at Conrad for doing that to me.
I appreciate how skilled you are, Trip, just for this one moment. And then I also want to talk to the other two Camarillas afterwards as well.
All right, you sure you're gonna be? I mean, been civil so far. You sure you're gonna be okay?
I'm not. What?
She just brought me back to life. I don't think she's gonna kill me.
Thank you.
And again, contingency plans. If she does
Lily.
kill me.
Can you call the elevator, please?
Yes, of course. I'll. And she runs off and sort of like pushes the button. See
And,
the numbers change on the.
I love the idea that you've all said goodbye and now you're just all stood like really awkwardly around the elevator waiting for it.
Yeah, Trip, as he's walking out, says, "Well, all things considered, this went okay. Have fun at your party. Congrats on the promotion."
Thank you.
And I just go
Yeah.
stand by the elevator. And I turn off heightened senses.
And I'll say, I'll talk to all three of you first, just to get it out of the way, and then you two can go down and get to your party or whatever you need to do.
I'm invited to.
Ramírez and Sheriff Cole, sorry. Listen, once again, I have no part in taking down the Camarilla. I couldn't give less shit. I have no part in Anarchs rising up. I just do it just to piss Clarissa off. But
A
if you
noble
do
reason.
ever need anything happen over the other side of the pond, you now know where to find somebody who will do it for you.
As I said, there are more than one ways to piss off your sire.
I know, but we'll get to more ways later on.
Hell, I trapped mine in a burning building.
Could you not give him ideas?
I'm just saying.
That is a good. Let me write that down.
Do not write that down.
I wouldn't. He now haunts our haven. It's kind of awkward.
That is, yeah.
Oh, you share a haven? That's weird. Okay. Anyway, yes. If you ever need anything doing, just reach out. You now know how to reach out to me. Yep.
This is more cordial than he has ever been to me.
I'm more talking to Cole and Ramírez.
Exactly.
You did murder the man.
I do not understand this logic. I have made it. I've never.
Shush now, Clarissa.
Oh.
Grown ups are talking.
But in all seriousness, I am sorry for what's happened here tonight. I did not mean for this to happen. I am sorry, and I will for sure wipe their memories, because as much as I hate Clarissa, she is obviously still my sire. I still need to protect her to a certain extent. But burning down a building is a good idea. Yes,
Lily will be in it with me.
it was lovely meeting you two, and I hope that you help Lily out, really. That's all I care about, really. Just
We really do need to get her a new dog.
What about a dog?
She ever had a dog?
Not anymore.
What do you mean?
He turns to Clarissa. You killed a dog?
I didn't kill a dog. You really do paint me as some kind of Disney villain.
Did she kill a dog?
Oh my god.
Neglect's a bitch.
I didn't.
Anyway, I very much appreciate how cordial you've been with us, and knowing that you have a sheriff title. Still don't know really what that means. I appreciate
Work it out, Noah.
the lengths you've gone to
We're not completely
protect
stupid.
us, but I assure you, I will make sure that they do not remember any part of this whole ordeal,
As I
apart
said,
from obviously the CD.
I trust you. Just keep your word.
Okay, and I'm assuming I'm gonna have to roll for Cole's staring into my eyes longingly to track me down.
I'm not, because I'm very, very hungry and I'm a frenzy.
Okay.
For God's sake, he's the important
But
one.
we'll shake your hand.
Yeah, I know,
anyway.
but
Yeah, I'll shake your hand, and
Pleasure,
I'm
Noah.
probably not as strong as Ramírez, but Noah does have a very strong grip, and he will be very nice to you. Thank you, and whatnot. And then
we'll escort Luna and Trip to the elevator and make sure they get in and leave.
I trust you.
He's-
That's fine. And then, as they leave, he'll close the door. Why didn't you just let me die? It would have been so much better.
I was unaware that you wanted death.
I
I thought I was being kind.
One out from you.
There is no out from me, dear. It won't be another 7 years before you see me again. Not this time.
Yeah, it will be 100 because that's when I said I'm coming back. But listen, this pains me to say. Yeah, I appreciate you bringing me back to life. Whatever. Just fucking dial back a little bit. Maybe one day I'll come back, but you did kind of kill me. And you pissed me off, and
oh, this again. We've had this argument 100 times. Saw potential in you. It's not my fault you're wasting that now.
no, I'm not wasting. I'm doing it on purpose. This is what you do not understand. I know my potential.
Pathetic reason, Noah.
But I know my potential. I know how much it pisses you off that I'm just doing this. It's good for
I'm
me.
glad I'm so important to you.
Well, I mean,
That's why
you
you
did
make
kind of
me.
kill me and like bring me back with the blood, and now you've kind of resurrected me again. So you kind of are important to me for keeping me alive. I guess that's quite a big thing.
It is quite a big thing. You're right.
Anyway, I will let you know. It's kind of a big thing. I've kind of got a big clan friendship with another clan, and that's why I'm living a whole different life.
Like, please say Ventru. Please say Ventru. Please say Ventru.
That's why my name is Marcus. That's why I'm. Nobody knows who I am. I'm protecting you more than anything from with all this different life.
It's disgusting.
You will not like
It
the clan that I've
disgusts me.
picked, but I kind of
You going to
stumbled
tell me?
into it. It's.
Malkavian. in
Yeah,
case
I
you
know.
look
I know. I'm trying to just can't say it. It's not the sanest clan.
Oh,
Kind
joking. Don't.
Mm,
No. Don't say that. No.
He
Of all of them,
he'll show the tattoo and say, "Listen, I've had to pretend I'm this fucking clan. Trust me, I fucking hate. They're fucking psychos. I'm
what
scared.
is wrong with you?
I'm scared for my life every
Don't
time I
say
go to
I'm
a
a
meeting.
psychopath.
I every time they
You
come,
go to meetings.
I have to.
You couldn't even learn about their camera. You couldn't listen to me enough to understand what the fucking sheriff is, but you go to meetings with the Malkavians?
Yes.
You are unbelievable.
Yeah,
you are
I am,
unbelievable.
but I'm
Of all
also-
the things you could pretend to be. You could have pretended to be Ventru. You could have pretended something with some dignity.
I told you. I stumbled into it. It just happened. Shit happened. But anyway.
Who did they... Who? People think you have a sire?
People don't know my sire. This is what I mean. I have changed my entire life just to protect the fact that you are in the Camarilla and that I escaped there.
I do not believe that you are doing this for me. I believe you are doing it to piss me off.
Sorry. I'm used to trying to manipulate the other two.
And when you said Malkavian, like the full like La Sombra flash across her face, like shadows behind her eyes went fully black.
Meanwhile, in the elevator. Do you think Marcus is ever coming back? Or is he just, like, gonna stay out there?
I think he's coming back to us, baby. He's got a lot of repressed emotions to deal with, and it's the time.
Yeah, as far as Cam go, I mean, they seem on the up and up, at least because we, gave them shit that they wanted. So
Yeah, it was weirdly painless, apart from listening to the family dramas.
yeah,
Do you think they have something else planned?
I mean, they're going to a party.
Yeah.
We know that. Marcus seemed pretty confident that we'd be okay leaving him there, so let's take his word for it.
Okay.
We're not equipped to take on the Camarillas in their own territory. If they do have any plans for anything, we're not equipped.
Not only
Choose
that,
our
but
battles.
the goddamn sheriff, and I mean, if I miss my mark, little old lovable Ramírez is a fucking Tamitsi.
It's always the little old looking ones. They're the ones to fear.
Whatever the case, that could have gone real bad. I think we got out the best we could.
Yeah, definitely.
And we move back to some floors up. I assume the conversation has been going on along the same lines.
Just general fury.
Is
discuss.
there anything important you need to discuss with her, or
I'll
Family
just
therapy appointment, maybe.
I will extend the offer of trying to be as cordial as possible and say, listen, once again, if you do need anything done over the other side, any information, just ask. I may hate you, but I have no part in this war, so...
The same goes, you know where to find me, and I do mean that. I don't want you dead, I do want you here. I am aware that that is not going to happen anytime soon. It will happen.
Maybe. And then he'll just walk out.
okay, you walk out. I assume you take the elevator down, like the rest did.
Yeah, I'll give Lily a goodbye hug and tell her to look after herself. And,
Goodbye, Noah.
And
Okay.
then, yeah, take the elevator down to the basement.
Okay, we will stay with the Camarilla group for now. As suddenly you hear somebody clap their hand.
I fucking told you. I told you he'd be in the fucking room.
I'm going under the table.
And
I'm coming.
out of a weird sort of shadow,
Oops.
a woman steps.
So much worse.
That Bex's reaction.
yeah.
Awesome.
This is
It's a bodily reaction.
I'm dead.
Very well done, Mr. Cole.
Is your team in place? They know too much. Far too much.
Oh, don't worry, they will be dealt with in time.
Here's the
They-
evidence you need. And he'll hand over the CD.
She'll take it and instantly, like, crumble it within her hand. Now, what happened to you three tonight was terrible. The Anarchs came over here and they just viciously attacked you. Even killed one of your ghouls. And she will pull out a gun and shoot towards Lily.
Oh my god.
A true hero is lost.
No.
Holy shit!
Way.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is with rousing the blood, but she's old, so that's a lot of extra dice that she gets. Yeah, and Lily
Explodes.
falls to the ground as bullets collide with her chest, and like spurts of blood fly up against the pristine walls of King Marketing.
Do we hear that?
Clarissa will shout.
No, we don't know.
And that
I
happens.
think
She will.
you're already like a couple floors down.
Yeah.
And thanks, Noah. I don't have my heightened senses on.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I mean, you're in a basement. I don't think that would even reach
No.
at that point.
An open act of provocation like that means one thing. That means we are going to war once again.
Not entirely necessary, I don't think. The Second Inquisition seems to be doing it for us. Oakland will be easy to take once they're bored.
I mean, if you don't think we are not behind that, then you are sorely mistaken. And then we will switch over to the others, I assume.
Yeah,
You're,
overall,
like,
I think that went well. I mean, it could have gone a lot
What?
uglier.
Oh, yeah. I feel like I should be a bit suspicious because it did feel like it was too easy. But I didn't.
I mean,
really
they
pick up
wanted
any
to, like,
clues.
Wipe our minds. Fucking creepy ass sheriff man wanted some of our blood. We managed to get
Yeah.
out of both those things. You're not really gonna wipe our minds, are
No.
you? Okay, yeah. So,
How dare you not keep your end of the bargain?
You little bastard!
You know, I'm full on manipulation. I'm you. I'm just a smaller you.
Damn, he's so right.
Now, I do think that maybe instead of going directly home, we find a place to hole up on this side. I know that's dangerous, but I'm pretty good at finding places to hole up.
Oh,
and
I honestly don't think that's a good idea.
No,
They
they
have
have
them-
a chance to change their minds.
well, whatever the case, wherever we end up, I don't think it should be where we usually hang out. So, if you're okay with potentially roughing it, I think I can probably find us a place to go. I'll do some maneuvers when we get out of the garage here, tails, see if we can't get somewhere we can hold.
We gotta go meet up with your lady friend on the bridge as well, remember? Oh no, wait. I say that as Baby Big Guns, not me, because I was...
lady friend on the bridge.
Well, if you don't want to stay here on this side, then we kind of have to. Which means I gotta drop by Dunkin' Donuts. I have to get her a case of coffee.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Talk to me a little
Well,
bit.
whatever the case, I think we should skedaddle out of here.
Yeah, Noah, Marcus, whatever he wants to call you. Luna and I think we think that went okay, but you know their side more than we do. How are we coming out of this? We smell like roses? We smell like shit? What?
Most likely, especially knowing my sire being basically me, I feel like best scenario, we might all end up dead. Worst scenario, we're just gonna have to stay here, be tortured for a long time.
Cool. All
Ooh.
right.
What do you want us to call you? Do you want us to call you Marcus still? Or
I
not?
mean, cat's out the bag. You can call me Noah, but around like other people in Oakland, that's where we're from, Marcus would be better. That's how everyone knows me
That
there.
just sounds like a lot of work. How about we just stick with Marcus?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
That sounds good.
On the way out of the elevator, heading to Swirl, make sure ain't no fucker out here. And like I said, once we get out of the parking structure, I got pretty decent faith in myself being able to lose any tails that might be.
And we zoom away.
What happens when we get out of the elevator, Seb? Any
Uh,
bullshit you have planned for us, or do we make it to my car?
You get to your car and
Okay.
you make it to Dunkin' Donuts. You drive over the bridge over to Oakland.
Yeah, they want a war. They don't want us.
Yeah, so I don't start
Wait.
I don't start the evasive driving until I am on the other side of the bridge, and then potentially losing it after I drop off the Dunkin' Donuts at the bridge with Sergeant Mendoza. That's when I start doing my thing.
Yeah, so you do some evasive driving. I'm not gonna ask you to roll anything, but I assume you're going back to the club.
Nope.
No,
We're
no.
definitely not going back anywhere. We specifically said we are going somewhere that is not where we usually are. And if you want me to, I roll my weird places roll that I usually do to find.
Sure,
Okay.
let's do that.
All right. So again, this is my weird places. It's tagged to awareness. So because I have the Bane of No Haven. Whenever I want to hang my hat anywhere, I have to roll for it. So
3 twice composure because I'm nice.
Are you?
By the way, Bex, take 3 damage to your humanity because your touchstone died. Okay, back to Conrad.
oh god,
He said
Oh,
so
that's a good time
casually
for that
and
to happen.
cold.
oh by the way,
Oh my fucking shit.
By the
Why-
way, get fucked.
by the way, get wrecked.
That's not good, guys. Okay.
You're at 7, I think.
6, I think, actually.
Oh. Oh no.
Ugh. What's that mean?
That's bad.
Okay.
Thank you, Seb. Thank you for helping me with that. That's great.
No worries. Good. Conrad, 3 twice and composure because I'm nice.
I like how nice Seb's being to Conrad just after he murdered Bex's touchdown, and then casually was just like, "Oh yeah, lose the humanity."
Yeah.
whilst being incredibly
I mean-
nice to Conrad.
Last session it was her dog. Now she had to die.
Oh, Lily.
Put them all out of
They'll
their
be
misery.
together. They'll be together.
Oh, she crossing the rainbow bridge to her pop.
Say streetwise and composure. because
Streetwise composure. Ooh, that is very good for me. So streetwise composure, and then because I have a specialty and a +1, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I am going to rouse the blood. Cool. So +3. And you know what? Just because I'm freaked out, I'm gonna spend it out.
Why are you freaked out? You just had a lovely evening.
Oh, you're right. That's metagaming. Fine, I won't do it.
We had a great time.
Oh no, you should definitely do it.
Nope. I'm gonna stay honest.
Okay. So you drive and drive and drive until you get to a place that feels right to you. As you step out of the car, you see a place called Children's Fairyland, which is a very old and out-of-date theme park. And like you can kind of see, like at this time of year, it's not actually operated because it's like the middle of winter. It's like January, so it's not like it's not operational at the moment. And you're able to sort of sneak your way inside, and like somehow there's like a door unlocked somewhere that allows you to enter like what I think as like some kind of like creepy fun house with a lot of clowns inside.
Fun.
I hate it.
And you might
Conrad
be
is
able to
terrified,
sleep
thank you.
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be able to sleep inside there if you want to.
Amongst the clown masks.
Yeah. And the thing is that I think Marcus and Luna and Baby Big Guns will notice that like as Seb described, like you know, I just happen to find like an unlocked thing. I happen to find a hole in the fence. I happen to find a perfect place for my vehicle to go. This is usually how finding a place goes for me. It's part like experience and part it almost seems like luck, but it seems to work out.
So as you nestle in for the day, the camera zooms out and goes to a different part of the city. Flashing lights, sirens surround the Passion and Pomegranate Club as ambulances carry wounded people away, and police vehicles, police are starting to shake off the horrible sights that they have seen inside. Camera zooms away again, and back to San Francisco. Clotilde will look at you three. I suggest you find a way to make them pay and take the rest of the anarchs down with them. No matter what happens, you will be the tip of the spear. Oh, and if you go to your party later tonight, make sure you look a little bit rough. You need to sell it after all. As like she steps towards the elevator, like stepping over like Lily as she goes. See you later. As the elevator door closes in front of her face. And I will allow as like last thing of the session, how does Clarissa react as soon as this woman is out of the picture?
Oh shit. Oh, this isn't gonna be pretty. She will turn to Cole and slap him. Like, not intending to put any, like, actual force behind it. It's just an instinctual thing. What the fuck did you do?
What we're supposed to do.
This could have been over and dealt with. We could have had connections. And now Lily is dead.
He was meant to stay on this side of the river. And if he had done this, would have gone very differently.
You saw that was never going to happen. Now Lily is dead. Lily didn't deserve that.
I gave you the opportunity for that to happen. I'm afraid this is your failure.
Oh, and Clarissa's gone. She's going. She's off.
I'm not your babysitter anymore.
Can clean it up then. And she's just going to walk away. She'll walk away. It's too much rage. So much rage.
And as Clarissa walks away, the reality comes in and sets in on you. Lily, one of the few people that still tied you to your humanity, was just taken from you. She's gone. She's ripped away. And just to see how she deals with it, I need you to roll a remorse roll.
Oh yeah, good.
Okay, so you somehow come to terms with what happened over the next few nights, and you manage to retain what little humanity might still be somewhere with you. And then for next season, we will see how that impacts you. But this is where we will end our first season of San Francisco by Night.